Hello, and welcome back to some Sky Factory 3 today. So, where we left off last time, we had just gotten some dirt in order to run through our sieve, and we were starting to get some stone pebbles that we were going to use to advance us to the next part of the game. So, in between that video and now I worked off camera a little bit to try to just get through a little bit of the monotony of grinding for some leaves and wood, and just tried to, so we wouldn't have to spend this episode kind of doing some of those more boring monotonous tasks, and we could kind of get on to the next part. So I made, as you can see, I made more sieves and meshes to go with that. And the reason for that is we can, when we have enough dirt, we can actually put 9 pieces of dirt in at one time and push those all through. So it just makes it a bit more efficient. So let's make a new axe for us real quick. If you didn't watch part 1, welcome in. We're playing Minecraft, as you can see, and specifically we're playing a version of Minecraft, a modded version called Sky Factory 3. And so we started with just one little tree on one little piece of dirt, and through some processes that we'll show here today, we are slowly building out our own floating world in the sky. So very different from how normal Minecraft is played, and especially how it starts. So I started doing some, like I said, I started doing some work off camera and built some more sieves, and was just trying to make them more efficient. I built some more barrels to make dirt in, and I was grinding leaves and just being like, okay, let me get us to a place where we can kind of start to advance next episode. And then a few things happened. It started raining, and inside of our achievement book here is actually an achievement to collect rain in an oak barrel or melt saplings in a wooden crucible. So we did collect some rain. So I didn't want to make it too much, real progress off camera, and just wanted to get us prepared. So I kind of stopped once I realized that there was now an achievement, which does create a little bit of an issue for us because we are going to need to make some more dirt, and I can't place leaves in these barrels that have water in them. So I wonder, okay, I can just break them and put them back in. I am gonna leave maybe a few of these full of water because we will need water at some point. And once I'm able to make some kind of bucket, I can then make a better water source. But until then, it'll be nice to have these saved. So I'm just going to leave these out. And for the time being, though, I don't want this to be a continuous issue with these barrels. So let me just build a little more platform over here. The goal of today's episode is we are going to take what we've gotten out of the sieves, and we're going to start to make some stone, and from that stone we are going to kind of show the next kind of batch of processes that we can do with some new materials, with sand and whatnot. And depending on how far it goes in the next episode or few, we'll also maybe get to building a cobblestone generator, which will be our first kind of foray into automation and kind of starting to automate some of the manual processes that we have going on right now, which is a big part of Sky Factory is building something new, getting a new process, and then ultimately being able to automate that so you can more efficiently move on to the next step and continue to grow. So I'm just building a little covering here so that these won't fill up with water anymore. So let me break some of these. And then once I kind of get these barrels back in action, I'll show you basically where we're at right now after having run a lot of dirt through our sieves. Do I have any more leaves? I do. Let's get some more leaves going. Just because it's going to be a continuous need for us to have more dirt here, so let's keep that going. Let's get rid of this wood. Okay. So so from last time, you can see we ran dirt through the sieve and we got out a bunch of these stone pebbles, as well as some different seeds. So we have jungle seeds, we have regular, just standard Minecraft seeds, but then this mod pack adds a lot of other seeds and a lot of other farming things and plants and stuff from several different mods. But so you can see we're starting to get some of these things that potentially will come into play later if we need any of these specific items. But for now, the main thing we're looking for out of this sieving process are these stone pebbles. So if I take these and I drop them into this crafting table, then I can get cobblestone. Cobblestone is going to move us forward quite a bit. Not only can we now make stone tools if we need to, but we do have an achievement in our book to craft some cobblestone. And the next thing we're going to want to do is craft a hammer to turn cobblestone into gravel, gravel into sand, and sand into dust. So let me just show you what that process looks like. So first thing I'm going to need to do is make a hammer. I'll have to remember how to do the pickaxe. How do you make, that's an axe. Why don't I just look it up instead of sitting here guessing? So hammer, stone hammer is, oh, it's diagonal. Okay. So we'll make one of these and then so what you do is you just, there's a way to turn off these markers. Okay, we can turn off those death markers so that, okay. It's kind of cool if after you die, it'll show you kind of where you died, and so you can get back if you were in a particular point. But when it's just right underneath us because we fell off the world, then it's kind of annoying to have those waypoints there all the time. So let me place down some cobblestone, and now with our stone hammer we can vein mine that, and when you break cobblestone with a hammer it turns into gravel. And then if we do the same thing with gravel, vein mine that with the hammer, we now get sand. Sand is used, you can make glass with it, it's used for some other things. And then put that down and we vein mine that, and now we have dust. And so all three, gravel, sand, and dust, can also be run through a sieve just like dirt. And so those are going to be some of the materials that, and each different one that when you put it through the sieve, it will give you different materials that come out of it and different things that we might need. So I think what we should do next is, it would be really nice for us to get a cobblestone generator. So let me take a look and remind myself what exactly we need to create a cobblestone generator. So we're going to need a lava bucket, a water bucket, some stone, and some glass. That should not be too difficult. To make the easiest way for us to get lava at this point, I believe we can potentially get iron. We don't want to make... So there's iron pieces which come out of mesh sieving sand through a string mesh. So sand is going to give us gold, iron, copper, aluminum, lead, silver, nickel, and cactus seeds. So a lot of useful metals will come out of sieving sand. Let's see. So we could do that and try to make some iron buckets, or we can also make clay. Let's see what we would need to make a clay bucket. So unfired clay bucket. So the way to use essence, maybe we can't make clay. I thought you could make it using dust. Oh, if you put, I remember now, I believe if you put a piece of dust in a barrel of water, you will get out some clay. So that is useful for us to know. So let's actually, for the time being, let's let these guys... Oh, and I just lost my rain. Okay, let's get enough clay to make... That might actually be enough clay to make one bucket. If I put this down and then break it, it breaks into these little clay balls, and then can make an unfired bucket. And then with the rest of my cobblestone, I can make a furnace. So we'll put our furnace down. We'll just put you down over here for now. And we'll put in this. So this is a furnace. We can use it to fire things like this, or we can cook food and smelt down different metals from ore down into usable pieces. So a lot of different uses. I mean, this is a standard Minecraft thing, but obviously there's some different functions we can do with it outside of normal Minecraft. So now I have a water bucket, and I'm gonna want a more sustainable source of water. So let's make a pool that we can put some water in. Let's see. I'm just going to extend my platform a bit. And let's see here. Oops. Okay, that should be enough room. I think you only need a 2x1 or a 3x1 to actually make this, but I figured like it'll look a little better for the time being if we just build a... Whoop, oh gosh, oh no, I'm going down, falling down our rope. I haven't taken this out because I don't want to lose the rope. And it's fine because you can just walk over it, but if you stand there for any longer than a second, then you'll start to slide down the rope. So maybe it's worth just, we have plenty of rope and it's easy to make, so it might be worth just tearing that up. And let me go ahead and do that. I'll see if I can catch them. I'm not sure what'll happen if I vein mine this. Did I get it? Yeah, okay, it looks like I got most of it at least. So let me put a block in there. Put 2 slabs. Whoop. I do not know what just happened. I feel like something glitched and I'm not quite sure. I do not know what is happening right now. Oh, there was still some rope lingering on that chain because I vein mined it with my axe, but my axe broke. Okay, they just looked like there was just some magic fountain of rope that was endless. That was so weird. Okay, so let's just fill that in, and then we can put our water in here. And this is a standard, this isn't a mod, this is another standard Minecraft thing that if you put in water into just a standard little 4x4 pool like this, then when you pick it up, it will replace itself. And so now we have basically an infinite water source. So I can fill up a few of these just to have some extra water in here. Let's make a little bit more clay. So I need some dust, and I'll put some dust in here. And now I can take these out. Now I have a bunch of clay that I can lay down. And I can put this down. And then just break it to get it into the smaller bits of clay that we need. And I'm gonna make let's make 4 more buckets. We'll put these in our furnace. Okay. Get some more dirt because we are gonna need to get some more cobblestone, I believe. Actually, we might have enough to do what we need because I do have a few more pebbles here. So let's make some sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get our hammer back out. Okay, that's gravel. Whoops. And now we have some sand. So, got my buckets. I will put... I really only need 1. Actually, let's do 2. I'm going to cook up 2 pieces of sand, which should turn into glass. And then I think... Oh, I need lava. I have the bucket, but I need lava. Okay. I vaguely remember the process for getting lava. I'm going to need a crucible. Unfired crucible, irregular. Okay, so unfired porcelain clay. I'm gonna need bone meal and clay. How do I get bone meal? Oh, from sieving dust. 20% chance when sieving dust to get bone meal. Okay, so I will need to make some more dust. I have 2 pieces of sand that I can... but I'm going to need a decent amount of bone meal, so I'm going to need a good bit of sand. A good bit of dust, excuse me. So... I have my glass now. Did I use the last of my cobblestone? Oh no, I have more pebbles right here. Okay. This should be fine. So this is the part of the game that is grinding down these materials into the things that you need. Can be a little bit monotonous, but sometimes that's nice to just kind of be able to grind away at a simple task like this. So we're just going to grind that down to sand. And then we're going to turn the sand into dust. So now we can sieve our dust, and we got, my inventory is full. Let me do a little inventory cleanup here. Get rid of, okay, I got some ore pieces, seeds, all of the rope. Still need those. Okay, that is better for now. I'll try to keep my inventory. I know it can be frustrating when you're watching streamers or people playing Minecraft and their inventory is all a mess and you just want to reach through the screen and clean it up for them. But it is tough when you're trying to get through things and make an interesting video. You don't want to be spending all of your time organizing your stuff. So I'll try to keep an eye on that as much as I can. Okay, so now that we have some bone meal, let's make some porcelain clay. How many pieces of this do I need? I think it was 7. Oh, so I'm gonna be 1 short, which is very frustrating. Okay, so I'll just have to get my dirt production going again. The goal of this is going to be that I'm going to be able to get a cobblestone generator, which is going to cut out at least some of the tedium of some of this process in terms of getting dirt, taking the dirt, making it into stone, pebbles, and then taking the pebbles and then turning those into sand and dust and all of that. At least we can cut straight to cobblestone, and we'll basically have an infinite amount of that once we get the generator running a little bit. So a few more pieces of cobble that we will grind down into dust. Step 1 is gravel. Step 2 is sand. And this is a very minor kind of example of the process of grinding gravel and sand and dust and whatnot, but you can see that this is kind of part of what I love about the Sky Factory and some of these Minecraft mods that do similar things, is just that this satisfying feeling of taking one thing and turning it into another and then repeating that process to get what you want. I did not get any more bone meal out of that. That is unfortunate. Okay, we'll have to do at least one more round of dirt. Okay, so I just did a little more grinding off camera really quick just to get us some more dust, because I had to make more dirt and make more leaves and do that whole process a few more times in order to get enough to get us to where we need to go. So let's run my dust. I have 20 pieces through the sieve, and now we have 11 pieces of bone meal. The other thing is I need food, which I've been getting some apples from the trees, which is a decent food source to start with. Can I cook these? No. I think there is a cooked apple, unless I'm thinking of a different mod. Yeah, maybe it's not in this one, the roasted apple. Oh, there's apple juice, which gives you slightly more food. Need a juicer. Stone pressure plate. Stone. Oh, I might actually be able to. Might be able to make one of these. Hold on. So, oh, I need to make some more stone. Okay, hold on. Okay, this should be pretty quick. Just need a few pieces of stone. Oops. Okay, 5 cobblestone. That's, how do I make, do I need cooked stone? I believe I do. So if you put stone into a furnace, it will cook into, if you put cobblestone into a furnace, it will cook into smooth stone, or just, it's just called stone. So this is, again, more standard Minecraft. I believe it's just 2 of these makes the pressure plate. I'm going to take one of these out just in case I need a piece of cobblestone for this. Okay, so I got a stone pressure plate, and then I put that with another piece of stone. Aha, and now I have a juicer. So I put the juicer in with the apples, I will get apple juice, which is just a bit more efficient of a food source than plain apples. There's other things you can juice. I remember melon juice is a good one. Carrot juice is a good one because carrots are very easy to grow, and I think I can get seeds for some of these as well. But we'll worry about that a little later. I think apple juice, for the time being, will be a useful thing to have. So let me restore my food a little bit. And there we go. Where were we? Okay, now, so we have our bone meal. Oh, I do need to make a little bit more clay. This one piece of cobblestone I think will do for the moment. Break that. Break that. And break that. Good thing I saved that one piece. So now if I take one of my buckets, we'll drop you in here, get some clay, put it down, we'll turn you around. Okay, so now I have enough to make my crucible. Just go like that, and unfired crucible, throw you in there. Just make some more wood. Just gonna throw a stack of wood in there so that I'll have it. Eventually we'll be able to get coal to power the furnace, and it'll be more efficient, and there's even more efficient ways to power furnaces and do smelting and all of that down the road, but for now we have plenty of wood, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so I have my stone, or I have my crucible, and I believe that the way in which, let me do a little bit of inventory cleanup again. Get rid of some of these seeds and whatnot. So I believe the way in which you use the crucible to make lava is, I'm gonna need some more cobblestone. So I keep running in. This is why we need the cobblestone generator, because this is a wall that you run into so frequently early on in the game of just needing a bit more stone here and there, and then having to go through the whole process over and over again. Okay, so magically we now have some cobblestone, just like a cooking show. We have one prepared in the oven, except instead of magically being prepared ahead of time. I just grind off camera and then cut it out. So now what we need to do is put our torch, which we have one torch that was given to us at the start of the game, and we need to put that underneath the crucible. So let's just add on to our existing little area over here, and we will get some wood out. And sure, that should work. So we'll put there, and we'll put the crucible down, and now the torch will be under it. And now if we put some cobblestone in here, it will very slowly, you can see that solid cobblestone number is going down and the liquid lava number is going up. So I don't know what the numbers need to reach in order to get a lava bucket out. I want to say it's 100, but maybe it's 1,000. So this might take a little bit of time in order for us to get our lava. Let me see what it says once it reaches 100. We're going to need 2 buckets too. So if this takes up to 1,000, then that's going to be quite unfortunate. And it is. There's other things, like if you put lava under this, or there's a few other things that'll make it go faster. But a torch at the moment is the only one that we have that will make this work. So, yeah, we're gonna have to let that sit for a little bit. In the meantime, do I have everything else that I need for our generator? Cobblestone generator. I believe we do. We have glass. We have, oh, well, I have, but I'm going to need more for more lava. So let me jump off one more time. I'll make some more cobblestone. I will let our lava cook, and then we will assemble the final product. Okay, so now we are back, and I've gone ahead, I grinded, I got some more cobblestone, and I now have my 2 buckets of lava. I just had to let that run for an obnoxiously long time. We will try to make a more efficient way to generate lava at some point here. If we get another bucket, which I'm letting run right now, then we can actually put a bucket of lava under this, which will make it run faster. But the problem with that is we'll have to build another structure out of stone away from here, because if you just have a pool of lava sitting too close to wood, I believe it will cause it to catch on fire and burn down our entire little home here. So at some point we'll work on getting some better lava generation, but I don't think it's too drastic of a need yet. Okay, so now we can build our cobblestone generator. Let's see. Oh, I need a water bucket. So water bucket here. Oh, I only needed. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. I didn't need 2 buckets of lava. I only needed 1 for the cobblestone generator. Well, now I have that bucket of lava that I need in case we need it for something else. So I'll go ahead and make a. Let's go ahead and make 2 chests. And what we're gonna do is just right here is as good a place as any. And let me just put down some wood. And then I think that's the easiest way. Yep. So the generator itself is making the cobblestone, and then it's going to be putting it into this chest. So if I just kind of leave this world open and let it run, I believe by the time, at some point, if between now and the next video recording that I do, which might be right now or it might be at some point later. Well, anyway, we'll let this run for a little bit, and we should at some point have this entire thing filled with cobblestone and basically have as much cobble as we need. And so to continue our next batch of processes, which will be grinding down more sand and dust and gravel and whatnot into some ores. So I think the next thing, we have, as of right now, we do have some ores here. We have 10 iron ore pieces, which can be combined together and smelted down to make iron. So that would be the equivalent of, I think, only two actual iron ingots, which we're not going to be able to do much with. So we're going to need to start kind of using the sieve a lot more with those other materials to start getting a lot more of those pieces and build a kind of smelting operation so that we can start getting some metals. And that's when really the game opens up quite a bit, and we move from just progressing from one thing to the next to now having a bunch of options in terms of what we can build and what we can make. But that's a little ways down the road. We're gonna have to do some more work between now and then. So that'll do it for this video. It's a good stopping point as we let our cobblestone start to build up. See, we already got almost a whole stack here, so in no time we'll have plenty of cobblestone to work with. But until next time, so long and sleep well.